Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so something major in Hollywood news recently happened. I shall say it, disgraced actress Felicity Huffman, who you may know from Desperate Housewives and Georgia Rule, finally broke her silence about the 2019 college admission scandal. So I will note that she's also married to actor William H. Macy. Plenty rich. So for some context, Huffman paid $15,000 to this college counselor named Rick Singer to get to falsify her daughter's SAT scores. And Huffman claims Rick Singer told her, quote, "Your daughter is not going to get into any of the colleges that she wants to." So she believed him, and she pled guilty and was arrested in March 2019 for her involvement. But here's what she had to say about her actions back in 2019.
It felt like I had to give my daughter a chance at a future. And so it was sort of like my daughter's future, which meant I had to break the law.
Huffman was one of Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She admitted it.
Oh, wow.
She had to secure her daughter's future because, you know, money talks, I guess, and she had to break the law. So she continued to explain, quote, "I know this seems crazy at the time that was my only option to give my daughter a future, and I know hindsight is 2020, but it felt like I would be a bad mother if I didn't do it." Later in the interview, she also admitted to having second thoughts about the whole thing while driving her daughter, Sophia Grace Macy, to the SAT exam in December 2017. The Emmy winner was sentenced in September 2019 to 14 days in prison, a $30,000 fine, and 250 hours of community service, but she only served 11 days behind bars. And you may recall that Full House star Lori Loughlin and her husband, clothing designer, again, Massimo Giannulli, also partook in the college admission scandal to get their two daughters into college.
Okay, I didn't realize about the SAT scores. That's what I forgot about.
Yes, she paid Rick Singer to falsify. Lori Loughlin, totally different story. Yes. Made the daughters seem like they were on the rowing team, get a college scholarship to go to USC.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Oh, please, because this whole story just makes me so angry.
I don't know the difference because even at my college, they have very wealthy benefactors who donate money to the college, and they get buildings named after them. And guess what? Mysteriously, their family goes to that school.
Yeah, I know.
So what's the difference? I mean, I'm not saying falsify SATs.
Right.
But even saying you're on the rowing team and stuff, I'm just like, those rich people do stuff like that all the time.
Exactly. But for me, what really irks me is her explanation, her, I guess, kind of just explaining why she had to do it. Like, I needed to secure my daughter's future. How many people don't have that opportunity? How many people don't have two very famous, well-paid actors to, you know, secure their future? Anyways, I digress. All right, this next story for all millennials.
Can we come back to that one then?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go back. Okay.
You want to come back to it?
Yeah, because I just got so many opinions on that.
Okay, let's do it at the end because I want to get through all this. Okay, this next story is for all millennials and their parents who watched or were forced to watch Amanda Bynes growing up on television. I'm just saying. You may remember her from her role on Nickelodeon and All That, or in She's the Man, which we're watching right here, or for portraying Penny Pingleton in 2007's Hairspray. Well, much like Britney Spears, Amanda's life sadly went off the rails after years of fame and fortune, and she too was put into a conservatorship by her parents. However, since the conservatorship was lifted in 2022, Amanda was on a roller coaster of absolute ups and downs. And back in March, Amanda had a psychotic episode and was seen walking around Los Angeles naked, asking people to call 911 for her. However, all of that said, we've got some good news. Her life is turning around and she is launching a podcast.
Shocking.
Me and Paul Szymanski are working on a podcast. At first, we're going to interview our friends, and then we're hoping to take it mainstream and interview celebrities and artists.
To report, she has toured a studio last month, and recording is set to begin this month. Not much else is known about the podcast, like the name, the artwork, whether or not it'll just be audio or audio and video. But Amanda is also working on a coffee book table with her future podcast co-host, which happens to be her fiance, ex-fiance, fiance, ex-fiance. I don't know what's going on with them. So I say this is a huge win for Amanda, getting back on her feet and focusing on a different career path. And prior to her psychotic break, she was working on getting her cosmetology license. So yay, Amanda Bynes. Maybe ring up Britney. Get her on the podcast. Let's see what's going on. Why is she dancing with knives in her foyer? Okay, all right. I have a question for everyone in the studio. Please feel free to shout out. It wouldn't be Christmas without a few hiccups along the way, right? Okay, and hiccups such as leaving your young son behind in Chicago while you fly with the rest of your family to Paris. Yes, I am talking about the one and only Kevin McAllister, more importantly, Macaulay Culkin. The child star turned adult, because he really hasn't done too much since then, received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame last week, and a very important woman in his life took to the podium to share some thoughts.
Home Alone was, is, and always will be a beloved global sensation. The reason the reason families all over the world can't let a year go by without watching and loving Home Alone together is because of Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay, congratulations, you so deserve your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And thank you for including me, your fake mom who left you home alone not once but twice, to share in this happy occasion. I'm so proud of you. God bless you.
That is Catherine O'Hara, who played Kevin's mother. Kevin! The entirety of her speech is absolutely magnificent, but due to time, couldn't show the whole thing. But all I can say is Macaulay was extremely moved during her speech, even shed some tears afterwards. But in addition to Catherine, his famous family members were in attendance, his actress wife Brenda Song, their two young boys, Seth Green, Paris Jackson, and Natasha Lyonne. And following Natasha's speech, Macaulay took to the podium to share a few of his own thoughts.
Catherine, Natasha, thanks for all your kind words and your stories and stuff. You know, you made my kids' dad, their papa, look good, and the most important thing to me is also that their papa understands that he wasn't always his papa. Like he also used to be a kid too, you know. Yeah. Lastly, but not leastly, I'd like to thank Brenda. You're absolutely everything. You're my champion. You're the only person happier for me today than I am.
I just love his speech, how he's getting choked up. He's very vulnerable. I love it. Congratulations, Macaulay Culkin. The star was a long time coming, unlike some other celebrities that we know how they get on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Okay, which one do you want to go to? You want to go back to college
I'm just
admissions?
saying, I was asking Maddie when she got into like, what projects do you have coming up? Because you still have to pay for it. Like, he still
Yeah.
got it. And
Yeah, or someone
somebody
in
had
his
to pay
team.
for it for him,
Right.
around him, maybe even a famous friend or somebody who thinks, he deserves it now, so yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, I just thought maybe he had something to promote, like something's coming out. He needs to go back to acting. I think he should.
Does. I know. Did you ever watch The Page Master?
No.
Oh. The Page Master is the
Adam likes
best.
it.
It's a live action animation film with Whoopi Goldberg. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Whoopi? Oh, I
Yeah,
remember that one.
and he goes into a library and then he gets sucked into it. Who plays Doc on Back to the Future?
Yes, Christopher Lloyd.
Yes, he's in it as well. He voices. It's a great movie. But anyways, congratulations.
Yeah, I love it.